Hello guys, how are you doing today? In my today's tutorial we are going to learn how to create a custom list view. In my last tutorial we have seen how to create a simple list view with text in each row, and in this we are going to learn that if we have to place an image along with the text, or you can place any button or anything, so how we can create that. For this I have taken a simple empty activity project in Android Studio, and now I'm going to go to my layout folder and I am going to take a new file, and I am going to give it a name as custom view activity. This file would basically be responsible for the design of my each row. So the way I am going to place my image and text here, each row would be going to show like that only. So I'll take one image view here, and then I'll take text view, custom image view. Then I'm going to drag it like this, and for my text view I'm going to give it an ID as custom text view. And I have to change its size, so I'm going to change its size. I'm going to set it to 18, and I want this layout to be horizontal, so I'm going to go in text and I'll change this to horizontal so that they can be placed one together. So here is image and here is text view. So this would be the basic design of my row. Then I am going to go to my main activity. This is empty, but I have in my main activity layout file, I have placed a list view here and I have given it ID as my list 1. So I'm going to use it later. Now we are going to go to the Java folder and I'll create one new Java file, and I am going to give it a name as custom adapter. So now I am going to extend this class from an array adapter of a string type. I am basically using an array adapter of string type because I am going to use a string array here, which is going to be shown in my row. I am going to give it some values. That's it. So I have taken a string array and I have told my custom adapter that I am going to use a array adapter of string type. And now we are going to go to this file and we are going to create one constructor of my custom adapter class. This constructor would basically be responsible for calling the list view from my main activity file. So it is going to take some parameters. First would be the context, then would be the resource. Since my resource is going to be the string array names that I have defined here, so I'll give it here, and inside it I'm going to write super, then context, then I'm going to define that from where it has to take the layout. So for this I'll define my custom list activity where I have already defined that how my row should be, and the last parameter would be names, my array. Now it's done, and here we are going to override a function which is called public view getView. This would basically be responsible for setting up the view of my list, and it is also going to take some parameters. First would be position, second would be the view, and third would be the view group. And here I am going to take a layout inflator. Inflator is basically responsible for the starting. It basically tells that how to inflate, and I am going to name it as my inflator. Here I am going to give get context. It is basically a predefined function. It is also responsible for setting up the context. Then I am going to go and take view. I'll name it as custom view, and here I'll take inflator, my inflator dot inflate. In it I am going to set my layout, the same as my custom list activity, parent, and third would be false. Then I am going to take a string, give it a name as row item, and it would hold the position. It would be basically responsible for the position of my values in my array. And now I am going to take the two components which I have defined in custom view activity. One was text view, and I am going to give it a name as row text. Find view by ID. Here I have to take custom view, which I have defined earlier. That's why it's giving error. I have to set up this for my custom view, and same way I'll take image view. to setting up the image that we have taken. And then we are going to take row text and set its text, and we'll set its text to row item. So now I'm going to take row image and set image resource. For this we have to place some file in our drawable folder. So I already have one file in my drawable folder. You can copy the file from Google and paste in your drawable folder. Click on paste and it would be here. And I'll give it a ID as r.drawable.myImageName without any extension, and I will set this variable that you have to take an image from a drawable folder which is named as welcome. And in the last I have to return my custom view, and this is done. And now we are going to go to our main activity file. Here we are going to define a ListView variable. Because we have taken a list in main activity, so I am going to assign that to this variable. I'll take list adapter, my adapter, and I am going to call my custom view here the same that we have mentioned here. So it has two parameters. So here also we are going to define two parameters. First one is this for the reference, and second is names, my array that I have defined here. Then we are going to take my list, and in it I am going to define my list view. And for the last line I am going to set the adapter. And it's done. And it's here. So all my list is showing up. If you want to set the text, you can go to the layout file and go to text and you can give it a margin here. I'll give it 20 dp and let's run it. And it has space from above. You can give it margin from left, right, anywhere you want to. And in this only one image is showing up in each row. If you want to have different images and you want to have images from an array, so you have to visit and see my next video. So please subscribe and like. Thank you so much for watching.